Before we finish with Microsoft Word 2013, we need to look at one of the brand new introductions into this version, and that is the ability to edit PDFs. So previously they have added the option to export as a PDF or save as a PDF, but now in 2013 we can actually edit PDFs. So if you have a PDF and don't have the original source file, now it's not required. Now, it's not totally ideal at doing this conversion from a PDF back to Word, but it does have a good go. So the process involved simply is to open the PDF with Word 2013, and Word 2013 will then convert it into editable text. So we go to the File menu, Open. In this case, we're looking at our computer and the chapter containing the working files. Now you'll find there are two PDF files in here. One is a Roger Summit bio, and we can open this and we get a little message that says Word will now convert your PDF to an editable Word document. This can take a while depending on the content. Okay, let's have a go, please. And you can see the conversion process at the bottom in the status bar, and then it's managed to do it. It's retained the image at the top here. All the text has quite happily come in, and all the text is now editable. So I can go through and make any change that I see fit. And it may be that I'm not interested in the bibliographies here. So let's remove those. Trying to make a shortened document really. Now as far as working with the document, it works the same as Word because it effectively is now Word. Now what you need to make sure that you then do is when you save, that you save it as a Word document. Here we are. docx. So I'm keeping the same file name, but it's going to be saved now as a Word document. And I then have what effectively amounts to a new source document to edit in future without having to revert back to opening up the PDF. Now, if I need to recreate the PDF so that I can then use that on my website or email to people, I can create the PDF very easily from Word by going to File and Export, Create PDF. Create PDF option, gives me a file location, let's call it V2, publish, and my PDF is created and opened in my Acrobat Reader, and I can see that the PDF quite happily has worked. Close that and revert back to Word. So that's a fairly straightforward process. Now if we try it again on a slightly different document, same location, but we're going to try the one-day event 2013. Again, I get the same message. Now, on your own machines, you can put the little tick in here that says, don't show this message again, because the message will be the same each time about it possibly taking some time to convert, and it might not look exactly like the PDF. Now, in the case of the one-day event PDF, it doesn't quite look like it at all, because there are two columns of information in the PDF, and they get a little bit mixed up when we try and open it for editing. So in this particular case, it hasn't made a fantastic job. If we look at the PDF on its own, you'll be able to see what I mean about the two columns. There's a left-hand side and a right-hand side here with the title across the top. But when we've opened this file for editing in Word, it hasn't managed to convert those two columns at all and has mixed the information together. Now the text is still there. So if it was a worst case scenario, you could start to recreate the document using the text, inserting two columns, and converting the data yourself manually. Obviously, it's worked fantastically on the other file, which is a completely linear document and has just gone from the start to the finish without all the change in the layout of columns. So you really need to try it out with a PDF to see if it can manage it. Now, obviously, it's done a massively great job here and hasn't done a great job here, but the tool is there, the utility is there, and it certainly is great for those PDFs that you've lost the source file or you haven't even had the source file yourself in the first place. Therefore, you can just open the PDF in Word and go ahead and edit. Even in the worst case here, where it's not managed to replicate the layout, we've certainly got the content that we can then use to recreate a Word document for this schedule.